For over a decade, I threw everything at my health: extreme diets, supplements, antifungals and strict routines, yet my body remained stuck in a loop of chronic symptoms: fungal overgrowth, rashes, fatigue, leaky gut, anxiety, hair loss. I couldn't understand why I wasn't healing. It was exhausting and anxiety-inducing. Then I discovered the missing piece. And it changed everything. The body can only operate in one of two states at any one time: safety or survival. When your nervous system perceives a threat, whether from past trauma, chronic stress, or even the subconscious pressure of modern-day life, it shifts into survival mode. In this state, the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, activates. Cortisol rises and surges. And adrenaline flows. The brain's reticular activating system, RAS, the filter that determines what you notice, is now scanning the environment exclusively for danger. Problems, threats, anxiety and stress. What could go wrong becomes the underlying program of daily life, without even realizing it. This was my brain on a loop, scanning for the next symptom, the next trigger, the next failed attempt at getting better. And the brutal truth is, in survival mode, the body simply cannot heal. Why? Because healing, cellular repair, immune regulation, digestion, detoxification, is governed by the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and digest. But in a state of stress or fight or flight, that system switches off, because the body braces for danger. You can take the best supplements, follow a pristine diet, and adhere to the best protocol, but if your nervous system is locked into hypervigilance, readying itself to run from danger, those efforts will hit a wall. I know because I lived it. The body only initiates healing when it feels safe. This does not mean ignoring real problems. It means that you need to override the nervous system and get it to downshift into safe mode. Even low-level, chronic stress, the kind most people don't notice or think is part of modern life, keeps you stuck. That subtle tension in your jaw, the shallow breathing, the constant mental scanning for what's wrong, racing thoughts, always thinking about the next task before completing the task in hand, eating in a rush, never being able to simply relax, even when relaxing. All keeps the reticular activating system focused on danger rather than healing. I began to prioritize nervous system regulation before any other healing protocol. And it was only then, my body started to respond to long-term healing rather than just symptom management. The most effective tools for the nervous system were all about letting the body move and decide. Not crazy exercises, not sets, not forced or pressured. Gently, easy, healing movements that felt calming. Free, not complicated. Not demanding. In fact, they require almost no effort, because effort itself can signal stress. So here are 6 lazy body exercises that gently signal the nervous system to downshift into safety. 1. Physiological sigh. Take 2 short inhales through the nose, one full, then another small sip of air, followed by a long, slow exhale through the mouth. This rapidly lowers carbon dioxide and signals the vagus nerve to downshift. 2 to 3 times or what feels good. It works in seconds. 2. Orienting. Slowly turn your head and eyes to look around your space, not searching, just softly noticing. Move your gaze from one point to another without judgment. This tells the brainstem that there is no predator lurking in your periphery. It's ancient, primal, and deeply calming. 3. Sternum tap. Gently tap the center of your chest, the sternum, with your fingertips for 30 to 60 seconds. This area is rich in vagal nerve endings and the thymus gland. The rhythmic tapping soothes the heart rate and anchors your awareness in the body's center, rather than in the mind's threat scanning loop. 4. Palming. Rub your hands together until they generate warmth, then gently cup them over your closed eyes without applying pressure. Allow your eyes to rest in complete darkness for 60 to 90 seconds. This triggers the oculocardiac reflex, a connection between the eyes and the vagus nerve, and tells the brain that there is no need to visually scan for threat. It is deeply restorative and can be done anywhere. 5. Butterfly hug. Cross your arms over your chest so that each hand rests on the opposite shoulder or upper arm. Then, alternately tap left, right in a slow, rhythmic pattern. This bilateral stimulation engages both hemispheres of the brain and has a grounding, soothing effect that helps the nervous system integrate and settle. Continue for 1 to 2 minutes while breathing naturally. 6. Supine twist with supported breath. Lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat. Allow both knees to gently drop to one side, keeping your shoulders flat on the floor. Place a cushion or pillow between your knees if needed for comfort. Rest here for 2 to 3 minutes, breathing slowly into the belly. This position gently compresses the abdomen, stimulating the vagus nerve through diaphragmatic movement, while the twist signals the spine that it is safe to release vigilance. Switch sides. These exercises share a common principle. They require no willpower, no exertion, and no trying. In healing the nervous system, trying is often counterproductive. The goal is to offer the body a gentle invitation to downshift and then get out of its way. These are not woo. They are physiological resets. If you are struggling with chronic illness and feel like nothing is working, ask yourself, is my body in safety or survival mode? Because until the nervous system believes it is safe, you are throwing solutions at a system that is still bracing for impact. Healing is not about fighting harder. It is about creating the conditions where your body finally believes it can rest. Then, and only then, does the real repair begin.